Alright, it's been a years, for maybe last 10-20 years, people are talking about passive income. Lots of gurus, a lot of influencers talking about everyone to build a passive income. So now in the society right now, a large portion of people thinking about passive income is so much important, that large community believing, let's go for passive income. And it's so much like active income is so boring and so bad. So this is the thing I want to tell you. It's actually not. In my personal life, I've been buying into that idea is about passive income is so cool, and I'm completely ignored that how actually active income actually can be really cool too. So in this video, I'm going to give you 10 things which will help you to understand and do the right action as well too. Active income normally gets really bad when you do the wrong action about this one too. When you take the active income and you do the right action, it could be cool and even super cool, even way better than passive income, because it has a way better than reward compared to just a passive income. So you want to know that, right? And so you can understand and you can make your active income cool again. Of course you do, right? So let's get started right now. Sure. The first thing is about, I don't understand, real estate. I love real estate, but real estate is a great source of passive income. That is actually a lie. I will tell you why. I personally love doing real estate, and I do real estate investment for years. But here's the point. When you have only one or two real estate, that's actually very less amount of work you have to do. But when you start to have more than 2-3 apartments or even houses, you got to do repairing, you need to do rental management, you have to do painting, and then they will make a lots of mess too. So that's why real estate is a completely passive income is an absolute lie. There's a piece of work we need to do when you even have the real estate. And here's the point. Every year, the quality of your real estate is going down in terms of quality, because if it's an apartment, it's reducing the quality. That means reducing the lifespan too. So maintenance is very important, and also sell it out and then finally buy a new other real estate too is also a big factor. And here's the point, the main factor. Finding the right apartment is so much important, because if you don't find the right apartment, you will be ending up losing lots of money in real estate. Number 2, the fraud. Stock market is full of fraud. There's lots of fraud going on too. So based on what country you're based in, you have lots of stock market you are listed down there, lots of company. Actually, most of those companies who are listed in the stock market are often doesn't make any money. All they do, they hump and dump. So that means there is a shark playing behind of the stock market who just pump the price up, and then they sell a lot of stock, and then the price goes down immediately. So who lose money? Not shark. The people who are playing on the stock with this company stocks lose a lot of money, and that hump and dump continuously happen. So now, stock market is not a great place for passive income too, because ultimately there's a two fundamental factor. One, we could put the money, and after 1 year later, we have to get a little bit of dividend, and that's often pretty small amount of time. And second thing is about, here's a big risk. Even you can lose the capital. Like an example, you bought a stock with $100, 6 months later, it can go even $10. It can even go 0 too. Or it can give you $110, so with a $10 profit. So now it has a double-edged sword too as well. So it's not a passive income. So now there's a few index fund. If you're in US, you can do S&P 500, those kind of index fund, which is much more secure. But many other countries of the world doesn't have an access to fund a stock like S&P 500. So you have no other option. So that's why you got to understand that stock market is a really risky game. It's not a source of passive income. So you got to be very tactical. So you got to work on it. You need to study about this company. You need to understand about the company. Continuously read about the stock market. So now, what is it? This is an old piece of work. This is not passive income anymore. You become an active investor. That's how you make money in the stock market. Number 3, investing on yourself. This is an amazing way, because like an example, you could have an S&P 500, a stock market. Normally you can get 10 to 15% return. You put in $100, then 1 year later you get $115, you got $15. But now the same way is about, if you could invest that equivalent of money to put on yourself, to upskill yourself or improve your mindset. So now you become a much more stronger and powerful machine who can go and earn way more than that one. Like an example, you could put an investment on $2,000 and you can invest on yourself in $2,000. You can get a business coach, or you get a professional coach, or you get a program, or you improved a particular skill of yourself, and then you apply it on your work or what are you doing, and you can get a lot more money back. And now it's not only that, you can keep getting money from it because it's an asset on you and nobody can ever take it away from you. When you are young, when you are less than 30, you have less amount of capital. So this is the time, the most important factor is about investing on yourself, because that's the time we have the highest possible period of ROI there too. But when you have a lot of money, then yeah, go for diversification and how much you can improve yourself. But end of the day, one thing I have learned in my whole life, the biggest asset I have is me. So investing on myself is I can bring the biggest possible ROI. Number 4, developing a side hustle. So now developing a side hustle, if it's been developed over side hustle and if it's the code and the media, that's a great place, because when we put a code or a media, that means an app or media content, it continuously can keep running for many years. So now it can bring more values as well too. Or it could be a simple service business as well too. Somebody can do something else. Like an example, if you're a really good speaker in English, start teaching English. Actually, I did it for many years in my very early part of my career in the evening. And I didn't just do it because I didn't thought about there was a side hustle. There was no talk about side hustle that time. This time was only about, oh, how do I value my time? They want me to learn English? Great. I train you on English. You pay me. Done. Pick the one which you love doing it in the side hustle, because the main incomes often we have often has a lots of work to do, and most of the work's drained a lot out of us. Number 5, developing a career is so much important. In the very earlier part of our career, when you were 25 to 30, that early period of time, we have a very little control over who we are, because that time we have to prove who we are, what is our worth, and have to gain a lot of skills. So that's the period of time is super packed, and then most of the time we are getting picked and we don't have the ability to pick the employers. That's the problem. But as soon as we hit 30, if we could build the right skill set, if we build the right brand about ourselves, if we could build the right experience and right confidence and right skills, these 4 factors, then amazing things can happen. Because when I'm 30 and I have already have 4 of them, now I can actually pick the employers rather than employers just pick to me. So I want to work for them because I know that if I work there, I've learned new things, I'll enjoy the colleagues, it will be great incomes, and I can develop my career forward too. So that's why in before 30, working just for developing and money could be a valuable thing. But after 30, it should be very much about, do I like doing it? Is this something interesting for me? Does the company value for me in the right way or not? That they appreciate my work or not is so much important. That's why developing a career 30 and then after 30 seeing it in another way, it's so crucial as well. Number 6, turn a passion to a profession. Like I said, this one I have covered it in an earlier part, which is about a hobby, but pick up a hobby which is more valuable. Like an example, I could get good at badminton, and then I can start giving classes about badminton to the kids. So I don't have to be really great about badminton players. I could be a decent level badminton player, which if I play for 2 years for getting healthy, I will have enough level to teach the kids. Show them how they can shuffle, how they can hit the balls, and more importantly, badminton and tennis is a lot about repetition. So basically keep shooting over and over and over and get ready for it too. So that's the factor too. Another thing is about, I love taking photography. So you've been having a camera and you've been shooting a lot. You invested a lot of money buying a camera, taking a lot of photos. Now that photography could turn into professional too. Provide them as a service. Tell your friends that you love taking photos and you are willing to photo shoot them. Get into some of the weddings, take the photos for them. They're getting paid. And then once in a while you will see somebody who wants to be a model, wants you to shoot, and then you shoot for them if you do the quality, and the second model will come in, third model will come in, and then you could be a model photo shoot. And what I'm saying, it's not something impossible. I have seen 4 years and my friend become a top photo shooter for models right now, which is incredible. Just a hobby. Now he used to have a full-time job, and still he's a full-time job working in a hospital, and after hospital all the weekend he's doing it, and he's super happy about this. Number 7, this is a very fundamental factor. In every game we need 2 things. We need defense, we need midfield, and we need attack. So the active income is exactly the strikers of the game. They're the attack, and the passive income is very much about the defense. So to win a game, we need to have attack and the defense at the same time too, and have a good coordination through our midfield too. And that's a very important thing. We cannot just win a game without any striker, no Messi, no Ronaldo, and just want to defend and want to win. Just want to save hardest and just wanted to aiming to invest on real estate, or just aiming to invest on our stock market and try to become very financially successful. So that's why we have a very small portion on the game too. The active income, we need to have a really good striker so they can score more and can have a really good flow. Like an example, a real estate can give a small piece of passive income, but from active income from 1 month, 2 months, 3 months can bring a significant amount of cash to the bank, which could make the financial freedom way faster too. So that's why this is the part has to be fixed about it. To play a game, we cannot forget our attack. We cannot just win a game like Italy, just defend, and once in a while, even they have a striker, they win the game finally. But in life, if you don't have a no striker, imagine how can you win a game without Ronaldo, no Messi, no strikers? All you have just defense and goalkeeper. I will not let you score and I will just wait for you. But no, it will not happen. Finally, they will score and will beat me down. So that's the part as about I need to have active income and I need a good attacking strategy in my game so I can win more. Number 9, traveling is a great place. In a very earlier part of my life, I didn't have a chance to travel a lot because I was doing jobs, I was working on a side thing. All of things was super tight. But one of the things I could do better is I could still squeeze out a little more time to go out in different cities and different provinces, different countries nearby. For what? Because that's why we can get a lot of idea and new innovation. So I will tell you one story. It can really inspire you and really blow my head. Is this one? The story of the Starbucks. The founder story of the Starbucks. He was in US and he used to work in a coffee shop. He fly into Italy for a trip and then he find out the new experience the coffee shop provide for coffee shops for their customers. And then he realized this could be a really new experience if we bring it to US. And then he bring it to the US, pitched that idea to the founder where he was working. They didn't listen to him. And finally, he walk out and he start his own startups. And then finally, that founder go bankrupt. He bought over the Starbucks brand and then it goes a big one too. So all this matter happened for one thing because he went around the places and collect the idea. If you want to do the same thing, Red Bull, it's a Thai drink. A founder came to the Thailand and tried this drink and it really energized him. And now it's a global brand. It's such a powerful brand right now, working in an energy drink, create a new category. So that's why it's so much important. We need to go around, we need to meet people, and we need to actively looking for it. And here's the point. A lot of people, I feel really sad. They just travel for doing one thing. They just go around and spending all their valuable time while they're traveling, just taking photos, getting drunk in a party and club. That is not the way we're gonna get a lot of ideas. We need to go around, we have to see and we try to understand why they're doing it and how it could better what we're doing into it. Of course, I'm not saying this on partying should not be any fun, it should be just learning. No, we should be doing both. We should be learning a bit, we should hang out a bit, we should take a few photos as well too. And when someone wants to party, let's do a party one evening as well. That's the way we could use our traveling to energize ourselves and also get a lot of new idea which we can bring it on, put it in our passion, hobby, and also professional as well too. That's a very important factor. Number 10, this is a very important factor. So when we want to make our active income more cool, is about one of the things we need to do is about we need to focus about doing. There's a famous quote about this one, Steve Jobs saying this one, when you're doing, focus on doing, stop talking about it and talk about it when it's done. It's actually really powerful. Very much about active earning, we often focus about so much about talking, getting a title, we get bugged ourselves in so much in status game. But rather than getting a status game, we should be more thinking about how it's gonna make us happy, how it's gonna make us fulfilled, how it can help us to earn the next thing what we want to do, how it will give me the time what I want to do beside working a full-time job. So all this matter need to be assessed, but though that will only happen when we could successfully build our career. So that's the time we can actually have the ability to bargain with the employers to decide how do we want to structure this deal. So that's the key fundamental factor. Active income is the attack of the game. The game we are playing in our life, we need to have a great attack because that's the way we will be winning more. We can win more matches too. We can just skip all the matches and we never win and win once in a year. But if we have a great attack, we can play lots of games and we can win hundreds of games in a year too. So what is better? The 100 winner in a year better, games are better, or just 5 wins in a game? You play 5 and you win 4, and you play 150 and win 100. 100 wins is a lot better because that's the way I'm getting a lot better in my game as well too, because I played so many matches. Exactly, I'm getting stronger and better. So that's why it's so much important that we structure our active income in a way, because active income is really cool and we gotta think in a right way so we can make it cool and use the passive income as a defense and active income as an attack to win more games. If you are thinking about it, you want to turn your experience to an agency because you have worked with all your life, you have a lot of experience or have some experience, now you think that you're ready. Are you ready? Check out this video right now. Over there I explain step by step what exactly you need to achieve to start your own agency. Click their video right now. I'll see you there. All the best. We have some exciting plan for the next week. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that out.